Hi, hello everyone. I'm gonna be doing another makeup look today. I kind of know what I want. I have three things in mind. I know I want a colorful pastel base paired with a thick-ish black liner, perhaps in the waterline, and then I want a design, kind of like a black liner design on one eye, and leave the other eye plain. So it's like asymmetrical, but yeah. Don't really have a reference for this one. I'm gonna see how this goes and what my brain thinks of. I'm gonna be focusing on using this Blend Bunny Cosmetics Sickly Sweet palette. I feel like I don't get enough use out of her, but she is a really beautiful palette. Has a lot of pretty shades for us to use. So I'm excited, and let's get right into it. I'm gonna start by putting up my bangs with this Velcro hair stuff, and then I'm also gonna zoom you in so you can see what's going on. First, I'm gonna prime my eyes with a white concealer. This is the LA Girl white concealer, and I'm gonna paint that all over my eyes. Now I'm taking this fluffy, dense brush and blending that out. I don't know where I got this brush from. I believe it's probably from AliExpress a really long time ago because the brand name is Bailey. So the key to getting your cream products looking opaque is really this tapping motion. You don't want to be swiping. You want to just be tapping, lightly tapping. If you tap too hard, then you might get like patches and the product might be lifting up. So very light taps, very light taps. It shouldn't feel painful. It should feel like relaxing almost. Okay, that's what we look like for now. I love this part because I look kind of crazy, and then suddenly we just add a bunch of color and then boom, we have something beautiful. I don't know what I want to do. I don't know what color scheme. I really want to do purple for some reason. Maybe like, I always love purple. I shall do purple. I'm taking a dense-ish eyeshadow brush and I'm gonna put some purple pink color at the brow, right at the brow there. I'm basically mixing up the shades Lollipops, Dopamine, and Frozen Thrills, and just packing that on here. I'm also going in with Dopamine and Lollipops mixed together and adding that to the outer parts of my eye on both sides. So a very similar concept that I do for blending out cream products for eyeshadows is tapping on the eyeshadows at first, at least where I want them to be the most pigmented. And then we can kind of go in with a swooping motion. Now I'm going in with just Lollipops and kind of feathering things out with a smaller-ish brush. I know this looks really blue. I hope there's no pigment on here, or I hope there's no eyeshadow left over on here, but I kind of want to go in with a blue, like maybe a more muted blue. So I'm going to take the shade Pout and pop that right on that outer corner, right there. I don't want to drag it out too far yet, but it's just going to sit there. It's going to live there for a little bit. I'm also going to put it on the inner parts of my eyes. I'm not really blending out much right now. I just want to get color placements down. Now I'm going to take a brighter pink called Rosy Cheeks, and I'm going to put this in the crease area. Right now I'm just making a line with it, like that, and then wiping off my brush and trying to blend it out. I might have to go in with one of the earlier shades of purple that we used, called Lollipops, and I might have to go blend it out. I also feel like adding the touch of pink on the inner parts of my eye too, right to the left of that blue shade. I feel like I'm barely having to work to blend these shadows out. It's so nice. I'm gonna start going in with frills and thrills and darkening up the brow area. Just want it to be a little bit darker. A little bit. I'm also taking this white eyeshadow from Sydney Grace. I think it's called Snow White. And then I'm gonna tap that on the brow bone. This is probably one of the brightest white eyeshadows I own. It's so good. I think it's got a blue base, which helps make the white pop out even more. So if you're looking for an intense white, I swear this shade by Sydney Grace is so good. Going in with the white too, I'm gonna try to highlight the inner parts of my eyes. I don't know what I want to do for the middle of my eye yet. I might just put a glitter, but I'm gonna leave that empty blank for now. What I am gonna do next is do the black liner. So I'm taking this canmake Tokyo black liner and I'm gonna sketch out the wing that I'll be doing. I'm gonna go over this with black eyeshadow, so I'm not too concerned with how nice the shape is. I just want to make sure they're decently even. I'm also going in on the bottom and kind of lining that area. Okay, so that's kind of done. I'm gonna go in with a black eyeshadow now and go over all of that liner that we just did on an angled brush. So yeah, you see, I wasn't too stressed out about having to be super neat and clean with my pencil liner, because once I added on the eyeshadow, I feel like it don't matter. Like it just cleans up itself. And also what's good about adding the eyeshadow on top of your pencil liner is that it'll make it last way longer than just if we had pencil liner by itself. Because pencil liner is like a little creamy, and in order to set it, using the eyeshadow, black eyeshadow, will increase the opacity and the intensity of the black, and also it will make it stay more in place. Okay, I've decided I'm gonna put glitter on the middle parts of my eyes. I'm gonna do a blue glitter from the Sickly Sweet palette called Crying Sparkles. Looks like that. So it's this nice, cool blue sparkle, and I'm gonna put it on right there. And then to add even more sparkle, I'm gonna take one of the Half Magic glitter pucks in Cyber Diamond. This is just a nice silvery glitter. And I'm just gonna pack that all over the middle of my eyes and kind of just around everywhere. I kind of just want glitter like everywhere. I want a little bit of sparkle. I may have put too much glitter on my right eye, so I'm trying to take it off. Okay, so this is how our eye makeup looks so far. I'm gonna do my face and my brows off camera, and then I will be right back, okay? So this is brows and base all done. I didn't add a cream blush yet because this is like a little bit more interesting to see than just my base, but I'm gonna take this ColourPop cream stick blush in the shade Cottage Life. It's kind of this dusty pink shade. It's pretty neutral for what going for. And I'm taking this e.l.f. Complexion Dual Brush and just blending that out. I am also going to bronze up my face with this KVD Beauty Good Apple Bronzer and Sculpt Balm Duo in medium. I'm just taking mainly the contour side, and then adding that right on the edge of my face, kind of by my cheeks right here. Same for the other side. I mainly just add it to the sides of my face because that's where majority of my width is. And then I'll take the other side of the brush, dip it in the contour shade, and just go around my nose a little bit. And just to add back some of the color that I lost when doing my base. And then I'm gonna go in right under my lips too. Kind of around it too. Now I'm gonna add a little bit more color underneath my eyes, kind of in that eggo style area. I'm gonna go in with the white and purple shade. Okay, and then I'm gonna go in with the pink shade that we added earlier in the crease area and go underneath the bottoms of my eyes. Just a little bit. We're gonna have to go in and layer more of black on top too. Actually, instead of going in with the black, I'm gonna do dark purple from the palette called Spooky. And I'm gonna layer that on instead. I think that's just gonna add a little bit more interest to the look than just straight up black. There is this Gloom and Doom shade, which I'm also going to add on top just to make it a little bit more darker. Putting a little bit more pink on a fluffier brush and blending that out too. Okay, I think I'm going to stop there. I will be powdering my face first. I'm going to powder my face now. I'm going to use this Milk Makeup setting powder. Sometimes I'll go in with a sponge, but I feel like that takes more time and I'm kind of lazy, so I'm taking a brush and stamping the powder into my skin. I like this technique more because you're not moving the makeup around. If you were to just swipe on powder, it would kind of just move around the layers that you have underneath. One good thing about powder is that you can like kind of use it to clean up your eyeshadow. So I go in and just swoop it right under the wing. And then I have outside. So now that my makeup is all set with powder, I'm gonna go in and draw my black liner design. I'm thinking something a little swirly with flowers and dots. I'm just gonna take my claropsyche sketch paint. Looks like that. And I'm gonna use the black shade in this. Instead of water, I'm gonna try using this setting spray, LA Girl setting spray. I've never done the trick where you use setting spray instead of water, but it's supposed to help make your water activated liners last longer. So here I go. Okay, I'm gonna stop right here. I think it looks good right now, and I'm gonna continue on by adding some blush, powder blush. I'm using this YSL Make Me Blush in the shade 12. I think it's called 12 Honeymoon, but this is new. I just got this in the mail a couple of days ago, and I really like it. It's a very nice deep rosy pink, I feel like. And it's just one of those shades that looks flattering on literally anyone. So I have been liking this so far. There's also got like some subtle sheen to it. It's not completely matte, so when you put it on your skin, it looks very satiny, more like your skin. For lips, I kind of just want to do something simple. I kind of want to go in with this Kulfi liner in Chori. This is like I think this is like a deeper purple nude shade. I'm gonna see how this looks on my lips first. So that's really pink. It might be a little too pink than what I wanted, but I'm just gonna go with it. I'm gonna go with it. I usually don't gravitate towards this type of lip color. But I want to play around with this today. Okay, it's growing on me. I'm gonna take this YSL Loveshine Candy Glaze, and it's in this pretty bright pink color. And I'm just gonna apply this to the middle. I don't know if this even gives me any color. It kind of does. Yeah, it's a light pink. It's a very nice light pink. So I'm just gonna pat that out. I'm just gonna spray my face with the LA Girl setting spray again. And now to add some lashes. So I'm just gonna do my typical tack of adding on a half lash at the outer edge of my eyes. And then I'll add in some accent lashes later. I'm gonna take this YSL Lash Clash mascara and just gonna put that on the bottoms. One more thing that I'm gonna do is add a beauty mark underneath my eye because I think that looks cute. Okay, beauty mark is added. And finally, I'm gonna use this Milani Conceal and Perfect Blur Out Powder. I'm taking a very small, fluffy brush and packing and swiping that into my skin. Alright, I think I'm happy with that. I'm gonna zoom you out a little bit and take off my bang holders. Alright, now we'll do some close-ups so you can see what it looks like in real full HD detail. I really like how the liner came out, and I think this scratched my itch of like the pastel with the contrasting with the black liner. Oh, I love it, I love it. And the lip came out way better than I expected. I typically don't rock this type of lip, like a darker lip liner, but maybe I should. I don't know. I think the Kulfi lip liner made it super easy to just line my lips, and I think it also blended out super nicely. So I like that. Alright, that's it. I hope you enjoyed watching me create this look. There was no idea in mind per se, other than the 3 elements that I really wanted to incorporate. But other than that, I hope you learned something new possibly, and if you do decide to recreate this look, let me know. I would love to see it, and yeah, I will see you in the next video. Bye!